All right, we are in the recording mode. Welcome everybody to the Cosmic Taverns. Welcome back, welcome one, welcome all. It is your host Katsu, aka Nitsify, aka you know what? No. My name's Katsu, and I play the character Nitsify, with my host. With the hostess of the mostest, fucking bitch ass McGee over here, Acrid. Sorry, no friendly starts today, man.
It's fine.
I got to hang out at the pool for 4 hours with an IRL friend. I'm dried up like a raisin today, so that's how I'm feeling.
I just remembered.
Yeah.
We are in the general VC.
Yeah. Watch out,
People.
podcast. I'll beat the shit out of you. DM,
Nah.
cut this out or don't. Maybe just leave it for us to suffer. Shit. Can they still see PNGs? They can. Great. Editor, either cut this out or just make the listener suffer. Up to you, man. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge. You know, I'm just human. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, editor.
Yeah, fuck you. Even though that's probably just gonna be me editing it, but fuck you. Alright. Alright.
Fuck future Nits.
Yeah,
Fuck his time.
Yeah, fuck you. I hope you fall over and trip. While you're sitting, asshole. Alright. Anyways, welcome to the Katsu campaign. I know it's normally the DM that normally is the one that does the rundowns, but just to remind people what happened last time, we traveled, got some new people in the crew. Hazir, who's a cursed human, now half electric elemental. We got a fairy person as a dancer, and Mathi was released into the world, so that's a fun little thing. Yeah. So
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
So, starting off, you guys also did manage to make some money from Matlock, but you guys didn't make a lot. It's like, I think Katsu himself made
15 gold or something like that.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
it's like think of yeah, he made 15 gold or something. It wasn't a ton.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole ton. We also got the actor's mask from Yavinna, the last one too, as well, so that's fun.
Yes. So as you guys would leave Matlock, I'm gonna see if there's any little bonus people you get, any bonus encounters. Yeah, any patrons. Because it's that weird thing of you guys were staying, you stayed the whole day and you guys are gonna leave the next day.
Yeah.
But it's thing of you guys still technically open up in the morning. So it's we're open until Ronrick gets everything set up for us to leave.
Yeah. It's that weird thing of I mean, if you really think about it, technically this business is open 24/7. Because we can be traveling and someone could be I want service. It's okay. Let me get shit set up, but yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, let me wake up the dancers who were asleep.
Yeah. Who do you want to have grumpy at you? Do you want to have the fairy grumpy at you, or the half tabaxi? Or if you want special favors, there's always me, but I don't think you want me. I don't know what I'm doing.
There's also always Mia, who does actually kind of know how to dance, oddly enough.
Yeah, but she'll also probably crack your skull in if you get a little too handsy, so I don't know if you want to pick her, but yeah, she's there. She's there.
She's there.
Yeah.
It's also if the Khajiit really wants to try, there's a Lupin.
Specifically a Khajiit, if you're a human. I'm sorry, buddy, you're not on the menu. As far as Roderick's concerned.
Yeah, Ronrick has a very select number of people he's willing to deal with. It's a very small number.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll just take it as an insult.
Yep.
But continuing, let me see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bitch ass.
Hey now. What's happening, Chief?
Yeah, let me get something up. Well, crap. Yeah, cheese.
Yeah. So cheese. Editor. Cut out Acrid's existence. I feel like a lot of this is gonna get left in just for the fuck you, but you know it's there.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's for anyone wondering, there's a lot of this that happens where I don't actually know what's going on, and I have to figure it out in the moment.
And
Whoa.
he's the DM. Chat. Chat. Hey chat. Didn't know you were here.
Fucking ethereal chat enters the domain.
Not even live, and even with me not being live, chat is always about.
Yep.
Streamer's curse, man.
Yeah, but okay. So yeah, you guys would get a few more people.
Okay.
Just a few more, like it's like a couple more Khajiits.
Whoa.
Like 2 of them go to Inula, and then 1 of them goes for Alora.
Okay.
Like there's like one guy waits. He's not in a hurry. It's like genuinely the fucking thing of like, I'm not in a hurry, it's fine.
Fair enough, man.
I've got nothing going on today.
It's like his day off type of deal.
Yeah, no, it's literally that thing of like, he's like, I've got nothing happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Alright, yeah, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So he would get 2 little. So Inula would get a rating of 10 out of 10 from both of her people.
Whoa.
So her rating on average, her rating has now gone up from 9 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. Because it's one of those weird things of like, Inula is dealing with like normal Khajiit, so the DC's not all that high.
Yeah.
It's normal people, but she's only got a +6, and unless she like gets like trained or something, it's not really gonna go up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So Katsu would get 8 gold from her.
Okay. 8 gold. Woo woo.
Yeah, as she would make 12.
Fuck, I got 8 gold, and I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but she's making money.
Ooh.
As Alora would get the other person, which I'll pull up her sheet to see what her plus is. She has a +5. Okay. Alright, yeah, she's good. She would lose her 11 out of 10, but that's to be expected.
Damn.
But she does get a 10 out of 10. So
Alright.
It's one of those weird things like, yes, it goes down, technically.
Fair.
And then Katsu would make 4 gold from her.
Whoa.
But she makes 8 gold because she does charge 12.
Fair enough.
Yes, as that would make they'd make a little bit more money, as then they would head out.
All right.
They would head out that day. As day would go by. Let me see what happened. There's a bit of like idle chatter that he can hear from inside the carriage
Yeah.
between Inula and Alora. They're just basically just learning about each other, getting to know like the other people they're working with essentially.
Yeah.
So that's happening. Ronrick. Oh boy, Ronrick's wandered off to go hunting.
Oh boy. Mia, it's now up to me and Hazir and I to actually watch over the cart now. The caravan.
Yeah, Hazir, Mia, and Katsu have got it.
Yeah. Katsu would probably be driving, I'm imagining.
Yes, he is driving. Mia is like sitting next to him, and Hazir is like at the very back end of the carriage, just sitting cross-legged, just watching behind them.
Fair.
It's that weird thing of because he is a monk, he sits cross-legged and just kind of just exists.
Yeah.
He's not too worried about people. He's not too worried about getting up because hopping up is pretty easy for him.
That's fair.
Dexterity go brrr.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yes.
as let me see what happened. Okay, so the day would go by pretty easily.
Okay.
Katsu, I'm assuming again, is sleeping in the barrel.
Yeah. He's gonna go back in that barrel. I gotta get into it, but yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a dex check.
Okay. How tall? How tall did we say this thing was again? It was like what? 3 feet tall?
It was like 4 feet.
Yeah, 4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 4. If I remember correctly, he's like 4'11".
4'1".
Yeah, 4'1". Yeah. So he like with his dex of is it a save or a check? Just a check, right? That would.
It's a check. It's a check to get in.
Okay, gotcha. So I got a 12.
Yeah. So he clambers in head first.
Okay, great. That's great. Yeah, I'll worry about getting out of it later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just sleep head first in the barrel.
Yeah,
Don't look into the barrel. It's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, he basically puddleizes himself and just vibes.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a stealth to see how easy you are to spot.
Okay. What was my natural 20?
He's
with my
fucking
+6.
invisible.
Yeah.
He's fucking invisible. No one knows.
That's funny.
Does Hazir know? No, he doesn't know where you went. Mia does know because she remembers he did this last night.
Fair. That is actually
Yes.
fair, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you remember, he got like a natural 5 last time, so his ears are just sticking out of the barrel.
Yeah. This time it's like the thing, like he went head first, but he just like liquefied himself to that point to where it's like he just compacted the entire body, just kind of laying on his side, like curled up, type of deal in the barrel.
Yeah. So he's filling up the bottom 2 feet of that barrel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's like laying on his tail. He's like super comf.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Yes, as Katsu would feel himself again get pulled by Yavinna, and this time it's that thing of it, you can very clearly tell it's her.
Oh boy.
Now that he's like actually following her,
Yeah.
he can actually detect that it's her now.
Okay, great.
So she's pulling on his mind again.
Yeah, he let her do her thing.
Yay. She's still like letting him. Is I think if she'll never pull him in, like without his consent, essentially, unless she's like, I need this dealt with now.
Fair.
Type thing.
That's fair.
So he'd get pulled in, kind of step into the blood room, and she's just kind of sitting there like, so how's it going?
I'll have them now. Currently sleeping, but it's going well. We got some money from Darkwell.
Wonderful. Darkwell. Matlock.
I mean, Matlock. Yes, Matlock. You know, same town, same place. It's pretty similar.
I mean, they're both forgotten little towns. You are correct.
Yes.
She's like, well, I do have some good news.
Okay.
I'm sending you a follower of mine.
So you're just like grabbing, like you're shipping them like box and
So
everything, or?
No, so I've told her where you're going to be in a couple days, and she's going to meet you there. She's gonna be a couple days ahead of you. I think she should arrive about a day before you reach Ashbourne.
Okay.
I think is what that town is called. The next town. Yes,
Understood.
Ashbourne. Yeah, so she should be about a day away from Ashbourne.
All right.
Is when you should find her.
I look forward to meeting her.
Wonderful. I figured I'd let you know that, so there wasn't some random woman that showed up. And
You know, that is rather appreciated. I do appreciate that. I won't lie.
yes, but because she is a follower of me, she does gain my benefits, and she's quite strong, so she will be quite helpful.
That's very useful.
She's also bringing a little gift.
Okay.
Yes, something that should help you accelerate your journey.
Oh, that would always be good. We're moving a little
Yes.
slow, so that's always a good thing.
Yes. It also helped with money.
Yes, I have a warforged that I need to pay for.
Oh. Yeah, so Yavinna doesn't tell you how much money
Yeah.
that you're going to be getting with this girl, but this girl is bringing some money that she's going to give to you
Okay.
to essentially help out. It's essentially one of those, like, you're getting a buff from Yavinna.
Yeah.
Because she's looking at you going, you're moving too slow. Speed up.
Fair.
You're not making me enough money. I want more.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Katsu would get plopped back into his body.
Woo.
And the night would go by, as far as he knows, wonderfully.
Great.
He has no idea if there was a fight that happened while he was out of it for like 5 hours.
Fair.
He will never know.
He will never know. Not in that barrel.
Nope. And no one will think to tell him.
No, I just gotta get out of the barrel in the morning whenever that time comes, which is great.
Yeah, so the time would pass a little bit more. Nothing would happen that night, luckily for you guys.
Woo.
But the morning would come.
Oh boy. Okay, dex check of 15.
Can't get out.
Wait, what the hell? So like, what is he not able to like get out of the curled up position, or is it just like he's like not able to get himself like up and over?
So here, what ends up happening is like he like starts to move.
Yeah.
And he's just like, my legs are tangled.
Ah.
I can't untangle my legs.
He would just kind of sit there for a bit, thinking like, okay, how am I gonna get I gotta get myself out of this somehow.
Yeah, it's that weird thing of like he felt that he was getting there, but it was that weird thing of was like he didn't have quite enough.
Okay.
His dexterity wasn't quite enough to get out.
Gotcha. Okay, I did another roll. He would sit there for a while before trying again. I feel like that's pretty fair. This time with a 16.
Dirty 16?
Dirty 16.
Okay, so we're going up by one roll. One number.
Yup.
Still stuck.
Oh, God. Okay.
He starts to untangle, and it's that thing of like his ankles catch on each other, and he's like, my ankles.
Oh God. Okay, well at least he's thin, so at least that makes it kind of easy for him to still hopefully get out of this problem eventually.
Yeah.
17.
You're really only going up by one.
I really am only going up by one, yeah.
I want to mention you're so close, but still, you cannot get out.
God.
So here's what happens. He starts to get out, and something of like he finally gets his arms cluster fucked underneath his body.
Yeah.
So now he can roll with advantage because you missed the DC by 1.
Okay. That's good thing there's advantage there because that was a natural 2. Never mind, natural 3. So natural 3 plus 4, so 7.
Oh God. Okay. So does anything bad? Does he revert and get more stuck?
God.
So like he's squirming around in this barrel. Like he's really at this point. Is that the weird thing? He's sitting there like, let me out. Let me out.
Let me out.
Let me out.
Yeah.
And he would eventually hear a knocking on the barrel.
Okay.
He'd be like, "Do you need some help in there?"
Yeah, I woke up a little. You know, this worked better last night, the previous night. Yeah, I could use a little help.
Yeah. So he would then see a maul descend into the barrel.
Okay.
So he can grab hold of Mia's maul.
Yeah.
So Mia, it's that thing of like, I'm getting help from Mia. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, and with a natural 18 in strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see her essentially use the side of a barrel as like a lever point,
Oh, boy.
as she essentially yanks them all up and
Oh.
just fucking catapults Katsu up out of the barrel and onto the carriage.
Great. Perfect.
She's like, that worked wonderfully. Also, we're all set up to leave.
Oh, great. Thank you. He just kind of be like brushing off his dress slightly, just like, thanks, appreciate it.
I want to mention he was stuck in there for 15 minutes.
God.
Like, he spent about 12 of those minutes just contemplating life.
Fair. He would. He would.
It's that thing of, like, he was sitting there contemplating his life choices. He's like, is this a good idea? This is a bad, I don't know, this is still a good idea. I don't know about this choice, man. I can't get out.
Well, I mean, he was able to get in. He just went in head first. That was on him, so he knows not to do that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he can hop. He'd probably think to hop down from the the top of the carriage and go feet first.
Yeah. That's the plan,
So-
hopefully. Whether if I, as a player, remember to do that is debatable.
Mm-hmm. And that means Katsu would have forgotten.
Yep. We'll find out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quiet. Yes. Yes. Quiet encounters. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Quiet.
Okay. So you guys would. So he would receive as like the carriage is going, he would see like a little mechanical bird
Okay.
like land on his on like next to him, like on like the backrest,
Okay.
and essentially just looks at him and says Warforge underway, and then flies away.
Oh, okay. So the Warforge is coming. That's great.
It essentially flew up to let you know that your Warforge is on its way. It's that weird thing of you kind of would. It's that thing of it's not doesn't take much for him to think about it.
Yeah.
She probably didn't get any requests.
Yeah.
So she just had time to work on it. So she just got it done.
Fair. The Warforge is coming, which is great.
Yes.
Yes. That'll be good.
Yes,
Extra
it will.
defense.
Oh, and it doesn't need to sleep either. That's the good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a proper, like, night guard.
Yes, it will be fine. It's that one of those, like, it's a
Yeah.
Warforge. It might die, but you can just reactivate it.
Katsu just kind of looked at Mia and just go, hey, Mia, Warforge is going to be coming.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I guess keep an eye out for that. Don't hit with your ball if you see it, please. I paid for that. But
Did you?
Actually, yeah. It's coming out of my funds. Please don't hit that thing.
But what if?
No, don't. He's still just like laying on his back saying this, just like, don't, no. The most half-assed response.
Yep.
Go away. I
No.
didn't even order anything from you. Go the fuck away from my notifications. I will fight you. Unless you sponsor us. In that case, like, DoorDash, we love you, man.
Oh my god.
But
Yes.
yes. Is
So,
Roderick
as a-
back?
yes, he is
Okay.
back. He came back with a deer.
Great.
I neglected to mention that, but he came back just fine.
Okay.
It was that weird thing of like nothing of interest happened with him.
Yeah.
So like he just kind of reappeared silently and just is back on the carriage. He didn't say a word upon his rearrival. He didn't say anything. It's that weird thing of like he looked around like, is Roderick here? Oh, there he is.
Fair enough. I needed to know because I was like, I hadn't heard anything back from Roderick. I was like, it's been a while. It's been a
Is
while.
he dead?
Did he die? Do I need to track his body down? No? Okay, good.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Great.
So, as you guys would keep traveling for that day, it'd be later in the day. And what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 15.
Okay, I'm checking everyone's passive because that's just when they'd be looking around just as they're vibing.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, so he's got the best passive perception.
I mean, that is fair. He is the ranger. Then again, there's a second ranger here.
Roderick has a 14 and everything, a passive.
You know what? Good on him, because I have like an 11 on my investigation.
Yeah.
Good for him, man, with my +1 intel.
Yeah. Okay, so as they would be going forward. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
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 Audio. The fucking audio died.
Bruh.
But as they'd be going forward, Katsu would notice up ahead.
Yeah.
He would see like 3 people kind of ducked in the bushes as they're going forward.
Katsu would just kind of tap me on the shoulder.
Do you see the... Yeah, so she
Yeah.
can now roll her perception because there's that weird thing of like she with her passive 14 didn't notice them.
Yeah.
But as she's looking, she's like, oh, there's more than just them.
Mm-hmm.
So she would kind of point out with her actually rolling her perception, which if
Yeah.
you would like to roll yours as well, you can.
Yes, I will. And he'd also kind of point out the Roderick on the side. But like Mia was the first one because like she's like right there beside him normally.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of why she's there, so
Yeah.
you can point out things to the barbarian.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. Do they have any shinies on them by chance? Because I'd have advantage on perception. If there's like anything that's shiny sticking off like one of the people or something like that.
No.
Okay, so 19 then.
Dirty 19?
Dirty
okay,
19,
he can see all 6 of them.
Okay, gotcha.
So there are like 6 bandits kind of like ducked in the bushes.
How? Okay, so I want to do a thing. I want to roll an insight on them. If that's fine.
Okay.
Just to pick up, well, okay, with an 18 plus 5 on
Okay.
insight, how aware are they
Uh-huh.
of their own surroundings? Like, from what I can tell with their body language and all that.
They're pretty aware.
Okay.
Like, they're pretty aware of, like, where you are at, where they are at, kind of where each other are at, type thing.
Okay. Who's currently driving?
You.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I need to
Katsu
know.
is driving.
Gotcha.
So, to give you an idea of the carriage as it's slowly going forward,
Mhm.
the 6 bandits are kind of like, there's 3 on each side. From what they would be able to tell, 2 of them have javelins, which they probably are planning on using to stop the carriage.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll draw their actual weapons.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do this then. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the carriage before we get into their range.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stealth.
Oh, okay.
And
Roderick,
with my...
stealth.
Yeah, with my 18
Okay.
in stealth,
Alright,
I'm...
so...
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
I'm pulling up my longbow, and I'm gonna take a pot shot at one of them.
I want to mention Roderick's doing the same thing.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So, with a 18 plus 6 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Roderick with his natural 19 plus 7.
That is a 9. That's 9 piercing damage.
Roderick's aiming for the same one, by the way.
Let's go. So 18 in total because he got a 9. I saw the digital die.
Oh god.
And if
yeah,
I
so
may, yeah.
Yeah.
If this guy
So-
doesn't die from that, I want a bonus action boiling blood on this man.
Oh no, he's dying. Like
Oh, okay,
he's
great.
dying. Yeah.
Great.
Let me go ahead and set all this up because the bandits did actually. They noticed you had stopped and they were like, "Wait a minute." Wait. Yeah, so that man is fucking dead. Like, he's, like, from what you can tell, he doesn't even get death saves. He's dead.
Let's go.
As the two bandits on the right would pop up, and one of them would chuck a javelin.
Boiling blood on that man. That fair?
He's like, yeah, no. So the reason why he can pop up and use his reaction to chuck the javelin is he'd already prepped his bonus action to chuck it.
That is fair.
Yeah. So both him and another guy on the left are going to be able to do that.
Okay.
So that's okay. So they don't see the two rangers. Wonderful. So do you go for the monk or the barbarian? Choose wisely.
I hope they go for the monk. The monk can deflect missile.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's their two hits. Oh boy. So you would see both the guys chuck their javelins.
Mm-hmm.
You would see just before they hit, Mia, like you see her fur, like her hair, like puff up a little bit.
Yeah.
As she uses her reaction to rage, which when she rages, her hair kind of poofs up a bit because she's angry. It's like one of those like small things, like the hair on her ears poofs a bit more. You would see one of the javelins hit her.
Yeah.
However, she is raging, so she will take half damage.
Okay.
As she would take 4 piercing damage.
All right.
As she essentially takes a javelin to the side. As you would then see the other one get chugged at the monk. Hazir, have you noticed what's going on? Yes, he does. He knows what's going on.
Whoa.
He's going to try and catch it.
I like to imagine that man would be the type of person that just like kick the javelin mid-air, causing it to flip and stop in place, and then he just hits it with like the palm, sending it forward. You know what I mean? Like that very like fucking anime, just like kick it and then just sends it back. Cause that shit is just bad shit cool, man.
I definitely think he'd definitely be capable of that, but not at level 1.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But he probably will if you guys if he lives long enough. He probably will be the one to do that. Yeah, you would see him essentially bring his hands together and catch the javelin in front of him.
Yeah.
And essentially turn around as you see him charge it with electricity.
Hell yeah. Also, for that first javelin guy, can roll a con save when that happens, by the way.
Okay. Natural 6.
Great, so he'll take full damage of boiling blood as I make his blood literally boil. It's a Yavinna trait, by the way, y'all.
Uh-huh. It's a bonus action. Roll your damage.
8 fire damage.
Oh god, yeah, you can... Okay, con save to stay awake.
Fair.
They're level 1.
I am 2.
They're level 1. You see that man like fall to a knee as he's like
Fair.
As the 3 bandits on the left charge the carriage. Horses, how do you react? Because you're seeing 3 people pop out of nowhere. Okay, the 2 draft horses are very annoyed. Just either one of them kick like rear to kick at them. No, they just kind of stand there.
Like, why?
Yeah, it's the most like both the draft horses are watching this. Like, why? Why are you here? Go away.
Stop.
Yeah, it is the most fucking stop.
Ugh.
As I want to mention, you would see Mia take a running start as she jumps off the carriage. Grabbing her maul and basically just charges the fucking 3 like bandits from the left.
Oh, that's great.
Oh boy. Oh no. So I rolled to see of the group who would attack first. Mia got the first hit in on them.
Yeah.
You would see her swing her maul.
Mm-hmm.
As you would see her deal 24 piercing bludgeoning damage to the first guy's head.
Gah.
Other bandits. Intelligence checks. You were looking at a very angry Tabaxi.
Yup.
I want to mention she rolled a crit with her maul.
Gah.
Oh god. Okay. Next up is okay. All the bandits. Pain.
Pain.
Azir's basically had to use his action to catch the javelin because he doesn't have deflect missiles yet, but he can do it still.
Fair enough.
I think he had to use essentially his reaction and his action to catch it. So he's just holding his bonus action. He used his bonus action to charge it. It's like,
Look at that.
Fucking, what's happening? Fucking, what's happening?
Fair enough.
Yeah, so he's doing that. As, Alora. Yeah, she's staying in the carriage.
Yeah.
For now.
Fair enough.
As the three bandits one bandit on the right. The bandit on the right that took the boiling blood damage does stand up. What does he do? Just charge the carriage. Okay.
Don't charge my carriage. Don't do that.
As he would draw a short sword.
Does he go run past me by chance?
Are you on the carriage or are you on the side of the carriage?
I'm on the side of the carriage. I guess I should have prefaced that beforehand.
Yeah, so Ronrick is on the other side of the carriage, by the way.
Gotcha.
So he's like blocking the door. So you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would run by Katsu because he wouldn't see him.
Okay, so would that mean that he'd be provoking opportunity of attack?
Did he run within 5 feet? He did, so yes, he does.
Okay, so that's one like random swing I can take at him with my short sword.
With a yes,
Right?
just take swings.
Yeah.
Yes, as a melee attack.
Yes, I need to roll to hit. 19 plus 6, 25.
Yeah, no, man, that misses.
Okay, man. Damn, I tried. 8 slashing damage.
Yeah. Is this the one you hit with boiling blood? It is. The poor bastard who had 3 health. Yeah, so he's not -5, so he's in death saves.
If I hit him with my arm strike, he would have been at an exact 0.
Yes.
Funny.
As the 2 bandits on the left take swings at Mia with their short swords.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd see one of them miss.
Whoa.
Good job, bud.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, as the other one would deal 4 slashing damage to her.
Gah.
Yeah, Mia's already not looking great. She's got a javelin in her shoulder, and she's got a cut on her side now.
Yeah.
That's half her hip gone.
Yeah.
But she is the barbarian. She's there to take damage and bonk people professionally.
Yeah.
You would see an arrow whistle by Katsu. Katsu would see an arrow whistle by his head.
Okay.
It was one of the bandits on the other bandit that popped up on the right pulled out a short bow and took a shot at him, but missed.
Okay.
So it's that weird thing of like that guy saw him, but neglected to mention to the others because he thought they saw him, and then he just watched a guy run by him. He was like, God damn it! It's just almost like just like defeated bandit noise.
Fair.
As now it is Katsu's turn again.
Okay. So you see that guy took a pot shot at me?
Yes, that guy did take a pot shot at you. That was
How
like
far?
he is within your longbow range. He's like 30 feet away.
Okay, perfect. Great. So, longbow and boiling blood. I can't save.
Oh god.
It's the
All
worst
right.
stick I have right now because I'm a level 1. But, does a 12 hit?
The 12 would barely break through his leather armor.
Whoa. So he'd get hit for 9 piercing damage from the arrow.
Okay.
And then boiling blood, did he win the con save or did he fail?
He did succeed.
Okay, so I don't know if he takes half damage or he just takes no damage. But
He would take no damage because it is essentially a cantrip.
fair enough.
Yeah.
That is the end of my turn, but he gets a nice little arrow into the side of his shoulder.
Yes. How much damage does that does? I think that was 8.
I gotta double check
9.
now. 9.
9. It's
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
So he's at 2 half. And then you have Ronric's turn.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You just see that guy. He takes the arrow. He's like, I live. Another arrow to the other shoulder, and he just falls over. Ronric's just like, you thought you were. You're dead now, bitch. As Mia would take a swing with her one attack. Whoa.
Whoa, she's got this.
Oh boy. Takes a swing. Okay, and you see her bring the maul over her head and bring it down on like one of the bandit's shoulders.
Yeah.
It's something of like, Katsu's like 20 feet away and he hears a crack.
Damn.
From that guy's shoulder. This is almost just like, yeah, these bandits aren't designed to be fighting mauls. Mia's got a really strong weapon for where you guys are at right now.
Yeah.
And then you'd see her take her bonus action and scratch the other guy with her claws.
Fair.
Dealing 9 slashing damage.
I don't blame her. Blame her. Blame her.
Blam her.
Blam.
Kablam.
Kablam.
Oh god. You would see a javelin whistle by Mia.
Uh-huh.
As you would see it do 6 piercing damage and 8 lightning damage.
Damn.
As he filled it with a shocking grasp hit and rolled max damage.
Hell yeah.
So, they're dead.
Whoa.
The bandits have been defeated.
We did it.
Yay.
I feel morally good about this.
You should, and I will be right back.
Bruh.
What?
Bruh.
Just pause recording, bitch.
Oh, you asshole. So this guy's an asshole. He left me, but he's back. Welcome back.
Hi, man. It wasn't my choice. Also,
Yeah,
you would
fair,
see
fair.
Hazir.
Mhm.
He'd walk over to the guy that he chucked the javelin into.
Yeah.
He'd pick up the javelin, and you just hear him mumble, "This is mine now."
Fair. Roderick, you
it's
may
his
loot
now.
the bodies, man. I know you're frothing at the mouth to do it. Go ahead.
Honestly, he just wants his arrows back.
Fair. I also want my 2 singular arrows back as well.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll dex checks to get your arrows back. Roderick gets both of his just fine.
Let's see, 14
Okay.
and 17.
Okay, you get both your arrows out just fine.
Whoa.
The 14 one, he pulled on it weird and was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
He tried to pull it out at an angle, and Roderick fucking stopped him fucking don't. You'll break the arrow.
Fair.
To give you an idea, just so you know, Ronrick, just so everyone's understanding, Ronrick has to roll a DC 10 to get his arrows back on a dex check. Katsu, unfortunately, due to inexperience, has to get a DC 12.
Yep.
I'm so mean.
You heard it here, everybody. He's an absolute jerk. No.
Yeah. But it also makes sense, because Ronrick has actually done this shit for a little while.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
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 But, continuing.
Yes.
As you guys would get some experience.
Experience, and if there's any gold, take that off them as well.
Understood. You would.
I would.
Hazir, did you have any experience before you joined them? You did. Okay. So Hazir will get some experience that I neglected to give him beforehand, because I hadn't thought about it.
Fair.
But it's one of it's the same with Laurel. They were both surviving, if but begrudgingly.
You know, I get that. That fair.
Yeah, so they each get this much XP, so he gets this much experience, and Laura gets this much. Ooh, Laura actually has a fair amount, a little bit of experience. So,
Nice.
Alora won't get experience for that fight because she did not participate, but Hazir, Roderick, and Mia and Katsu all get experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing math. Give me a minute.
I know.
All right, so everyone gets 75 experience.
75. Woo.
Woo.
EXP. The level 1. I am a fourth of the way to level 2. Not even a fourth.
Nice.
I need 300 in total. It's not really a fourth, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're saying no, go fuck yourself.
God.
Yeah.
So you have Ronrick, who's got 175 experience now. Mia, who's got 125. Azir, who's got 203. And then you have Alora, who also has 203.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
That was a successful little fight to the death, which it was that thing of the bandits on the left kind of got screwed over because the bitch with a maul charged them. Who, God, she also rolled, I think, she rolled really well on her damage.
Fair.
Like, each of her hits were, like, really good hits.
Good for her. Good for her, you know?
Yeah, her 14, she got good rolls on each of her hits. So yeah, she got good damage, which is why she was essentially just one-shotting the bandits.
Fair. We love a strong, independent woman. Alright.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, her fur is unpoofed. She's no longer raging.
Woo. Great. I don't have to worry about her turning around and beating the crap out of me just because I said hello.
She would. She really would.
I
If
know.
you said hello a little bit too friendly, you're dying.
Yup. So I can say that with confidence.
But yeah, that was that, and then we'll see about the night encounters.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, as they would be going, sitting there through the night,
Yeah.
Katsu is in his barrel again.
Dex check. Alright, how am I getting in there? Well, with flying colors of a 15+4, I get in there with ease.
Yeah, you hop in there feet first, and you just crawl up in a ball.
And, yeah, and with a 14, I don't crawl up in a ball, I sit up and I sleep.
You sleep sitting.
Yeah, and with a 14 in stealth.
Okay.
You may hear, but you may not.
Like there's like one ear, like his like left ear's like sticking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he has like tilted slightly to the right, so his left ear's sticking out a little bit. So if you look for it, you'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, those are the rules for the night.
Yes. So they would get going as they would hear. Like, it's that weird thing of like Katsu kind of wakes up.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll some perception, because I want to see if he actually would hear this. Because he's like lightly sleeping.
Natural 17 plus 5.
Yeah, so he wakes up because he like hears footsteps. There's like a small like he hears like it's like he hears like 4 sets of footsteps approaching. He's like,
Okay.
fucking who? Who's walking at night? Who's stupid?
Yeah, as if they're like he would quote unquote try to look out of the barrel. Look out of the barrel as in he's got like both of his arms up on the barrel, but and he's like slightly lifting himself up to like look over. So you just see 2 eyes glaring at you.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Oh god, so let me get who you're looking at for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Alright. Bubble booey. Keep it going.
So you've got there's like a group of people.
Yeah.
He would see that there is a lizard folk, there is a triton,
Okay.
and that's not the fucking. I clicked copy image so I can send the image, and
Yeah.
Discord was like, but what if I didn't?
Fair.
What if I just didn't let you?
Sounds like
And then
a
let me
you
get.
problem.
There's also a tiefling. You grab his image.
Yes. Are you seeing an NPC visual or DMs?
Yeah, I was in NPC visuals.
Gotcha.
Yep, I'm just grabbing it because I have to fucking grab the images because I'm scrolling through all the shit that I've got prepared. It's that annoying thing. It's like it's here. I just gotta get it. God damn it.
Fair enough.
Oh, what was it? And then finally we have. Oh boy. And then you. Oh god, what was the last person? I don't remember. Hey, shut. Don't give me shit. Yeah, there we go. So he would see a rather interesting group of people.
Okay.
So what they would see is a lizard folk, a triton, a tiefling, and a water genasi that are walking.
Okay. Gotcha. So, I'm gonna simplify this down for y'all. Everybody else yawning again, like, yeah, like, fuck yeah, like, fuck you, yawning, fucking asshole. Okay, sorry. I hate yawns. Fun fact of the day for all the listeners, I hate yawning. With a burning passion.
He really does.
I
really
fucking do. So we got the lizard folk who's kind of like, it's like a murky green, like type of like skin color. He has like a tooth necklace and like tooth like on his right arm. He has like 2 bracelets that stick on like the shoulder blade area. So it's almost really not bracelets, but it's like on that very shouldered edge. But he has like 2 of those as well.
They're
also
like
have,
shoulder
teeth.
pads.
Yeah, shoulder pads that have like teeth on it. He's carrying a skeleton head. He has a claw scar across his chest and 1 like scar going down vertically down his eye. He also has spikes on his on a like forearm bracer on his left arm. So probably a monk, or he might be a fighter because he does have like a bone-made cutlass. And kind of like tribal pants is the best way to put it. Like tribal, like just very like tribal clothing in general. Yeah, the Triton, who's way less tribal, way more like fancy. Man's got like
he's probably the leader of the group.
Probably man's got like
he's probably the leader of the group.
Yeah, man's got bitch ass. Man's got slicked back like hair that's kind of long. It kind of like goes down like his neck, kind of sticks out a bit. Spiky black hair with like 2 strands kind of dangling down in front of his face with like, you know, the bit of the eye that's supposed to be white, that bit is black instead with like, and then the normal colored eye bit of the eye is like a yellow. The other eye is covered by an eye patch from what I can tell. He's got like a very like light blue skin, like a black trench coat that kind of goes down with a bunch of like straps and like little metal beads that go across it. He has the long sleeved, so it's like long sleeves, but the left arm is like tucked, is like folded halfway back, so it goes up to the forearm, kind of like wrinkled it, folded it up basically, with a bandana on his like left wrist that's kind of like a murky brownish. He has a like cutlass, so probably a pirate, and then like a red, like long red like scarf around his waist. You can see like his coat isn't like, it isn't close, so you can see like the undershirt under it, which is like a like orangish vest and then a white undershirt that has a collar to it. And then 2 belts. I don't know why he has 2 belts. I mean, it's a little excessive on his dressing, but fair enough. And then like some like black armor, like knee pad bits. You have.
From what you can tell, from the second belt is probably holding like his holster to his rapier. From what you can tell, like his rapier's not out, obvious. Or his cutlass isn't out; it's sheathed right now.
That is fair. The third person is a tiefling who is most likely, in fact, most definitely a bard. Man has like, think of like the Hispanic like acoustic guitars, because it has that like very floral like Mexican design to it. That's where I can put it. But it's like a mixture of like maroon. I think that's maroon. I struggle to see maroon, but I think that's maroons, reds, pinks, and a bit of gold in there for the designing. Use that to
It's
your
like
free
a
will.
maroon that goes into a black. It's like a maroon that goes into a black for the guitar.
Fair. He has these like red curvy horns that go upwards. They kind of like go inwards and then outwards at the top bits. He's got like pretty dark red skin, but at some points like around like the neck and the torso, it gets like kind of lightish, and then goes back to being dark around like the tail and the hand area and the face. But he does have a scarring that goes on his left side of his face. Blonde slicked hair that is slicked to the left side, as well as like a brown like trench coat that starts off brown and at the end bit starts turning to like a like very pretty red, with some like light designing on the end bits of it, which again is kind of like a floral designing. And then like a maroonish brownish type of like pants that has like strappings on both ends of the legs around like the thigh area. And then also a like popped open like button up white shirt, but he obviously has a lot of his chest showing. And then you have, what was it, water Genasi. Water Genasi has very like, think of like the average like orc like skin color, so my brain immediately went to orc for some reason because of this, but just like slightly more with that like aqua blue type of like coloring. Very like long brown like braided hair that is like brought backwards, obviously. On his left ear he has like a tooth earring. Very again, very tribalistic person. He might be a pirate because we are kind of near coast areas. Just because of the sheer fact, again, a very like pirate-esque like long blue trench coat with like golden designs going around the end bits, as well as the fact that he also indeed has a cutlass with like a like red tassel that's on the end bit of the hilt, as well as like a lot of tribal tattoos that seem to go on his face and on his both sides of his arms, and a white shirt, again yet opened up just like the previous guy. He does have a like scar that goes like on his chest and it's like formed in an X, as well as like one like basically very similar to the previous one, an X that's like on like near his eye, his left eye, a little bit more to the left. He also has a scar that goes on his left side of his lip. He's got a lot of stuff on his left, and then a very bulky brown belt. So yeah, and also a like very tiny like skull on like a necklace. That is what we're looking at.
Yes. So the Trident is kind of leading the group. From what he can tell with his like passive insight, these guys aren't hostile. They're just there.
Fair.
They're just walking by.
That's fair.
They're also choosing to travel at night. So
fair enough.
do with that what you will.
Yes.
But they would be walking by. Katsu wants to interact with them, we can.
It's patrons. I walk up to them. I gotta get out of the barrel. Hold on.
Dex save. Because he would be like in a hurry for this.
12.
Okay, so he got a good check for going in.
Bad check for going out.
Okay, yeah, so so Katsu, like, he's like, ooh, patrons, ooh, money, like, pulls himself up, but doesn't think about the direction he's facing.
Yeah.
So he goes up out of the barrel and straight down onto the ground.
Fair.
And he just, like, kind of, like, lands, like, on, like, it's that thing of, like, where you land and, like, where you hit your back and you bring your arms down to, like, kind of lessen the blow.
Yeah.
He kind of does that, but it wasn't intentional.
Gotcha.
That's just how he landed.
Fair.
Yeah. So the Triton, Triton, stop. He's like, would you like some help up?
I'd appreciate that, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, he'd offer a hand, and he offers left hand, and like just kind of yank Katsu to his feet.
Whoa.
Like pretty easily.
Okay. You just go, thank you. Sorry about that. Normally don't fall out of the barrel.
Fair enough. Well, you seem to have hopped out in a hurry. What can I do for you?
Well, I saw you were passing by, so I figured I might as well at least try and talk with you. It's not very often I see people going around the night. So I wasn't quite prepared. But I do sell some services if you need anything of the sort. We sell entertainment sort of services, if that makes sense.
Oh,
You could call
entertainment, you say?
You could call it private dancing.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
Oh, you've caught my attention at least. He kind of looks around the others. He goes, well, I guess I'll introduce myself. And so he would introduce himself as Ramaselithus. I can't say the last name. But yeah, he does introduce himself. Also,
yeah,
he would introduce the others.
Fair. I'm looking at the name now. Ramaselithus. That's a pain for me to say because of the list, but yes.
Yeah, that's a pain for me to say because dyslexia.
Fair. I'm now able
so he
to
would look
unspoilerize these names if you wish me to say them to kind of help you out here.
Yeah. So he would introduce the lizard folk, and then the tiefling, and then the water genasi.
Fair. So he for those who don't know, by the way, often what Acrid does when he sends the images of these characters, he often will like put a spoiler with the name. And then once we actually get to like learn the character's name, normally we'll just do that. Like if it's easier, like if it's an easy name, he'll obviously say it. But there's at some points where it's just a pain to say. This is one of them. So
I gave the Triton his name because I was like, this is fitting. And then I look back and I'm like, I can't say that.
Yeah. So there's the lizard folk whose name is Boonim. We have the tiefling named Roldus and the water genasi. I don't know if he can say this one. This one's a pretty hard one, but it's called Flood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's pretty difficult, man.
Yeah, pretty difficult. Like that double O is really hard for me to say, but it's there.
Yeah. Cries and walks away.
Don't cry too much. It'll make a water genasi, man.
But yeah, Ramus would. Yeah, so you've got his attention, and you'll probably have to. You can roll a persuasion, I guess, to see he kind of talk. Yeah.
Natural 18 plus. I'm just doing well today. 10.
Yeah, so go ahead and say what you want to say to try and persuade this guy and his team.
You just go, well, as of now, we currently have 2 dancers, and Mia might always be up, but I don't know. It's always up to her on that one. But, it's a good way to unwind, is the way I'd put it. So if you wish to unwind, if you've had any stresses or anything of the sort, it might be rather interesting. Help you decline for a bit on your stresses.
Yeah, you would see Ralmus kind of like look over at Boonim, like, yeah, well, I know someone who's going to be doing that. It's almost just like he looks at the lizard folk, who is probably, from what you can tell from Boonim, he's probably a monk, so he probably handles things in very close quarters combat.
Yeah.
And handles it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ralmus is interested. He is interested. Roll those. The tiefling's interested. That's surprising.
Why
And
the
Flood will.
Tieflings are always going down. What do you mean that's surprising? It's a bard and it's a tiefling? Pick a struggle. It's like a DC 5 for that man.
I know. I say that's surprising. And I said that's surprising more as a joke.
I know.
Oh, it's like, oh wow, that's so surprising with your natural 17.
Yeah. Dude, like legit, when I added in my plus, that's like a 28 in my persuasion. So like.
Yeah, no. So they all their DCs went down by a lot.
Yeah.
So Flood not taking. Yeah, no. Flood is. Here's the thing of like out of all of them, Flood seemed the most like. Sure. Like Gnazi. He was like, sure. Fine. I'll bite. Fine.
Right.
I'm interested. I'm curious.
Awesome.
All right. So Ronrick has like kicked the top of the carriage while like you guys were talking.
Yeah.
Just to wake up the two people, because Enula and Elora were both asleep.
Fair. Yeah. He would just go. They should be out any second now. But yeah, we have a half tabaxi that currently does some form of dancing, and we also have a fairy. And there's also Mia, who's also a half tabaxi. But I'm gonna be honest. If you want to do it with her, you're gonna really have to talk with her on that one. You'll have to talk with her on that. Roderick, I don't think he would. Roderick, are you interested?
All you see is his eyes gleaming at you with irritation.
I didn't mean it. It's a joke, Roderick.
Mostly, he looks to you like, the fuck you say me? The fuck did you say to me, you little shit?
Oh, fair. God.
Okay. Yeah, so Ramus he would go with Laura.
Okay.
The half fairy, which I feel like is fair. The Roldos will go with Elora, and Boone, you? Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah, no, he would. Yeah, Boonin talks to Mia.
Okay. The bouncer half Khajiit. Not half Khajiit, half
No.
Tabaxi.
Yeah.
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 Can only go well.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
This could only go well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Boonin talks in Undercommon. You would very quickly notice that he's not talking in Common. He's talking in Undercommon.
Fair. I know Undercommon. Worst scenario, I just have to translate.
Luckily enough, Mia does know Undercommon because of Katsu.
Woo.
So yeah, yeah, she's persuaded. By the way.
Damn. Damn.
It was one of those things of it's a weird thing of like, it's because he's more brutish than most people, which is why he was able to persuade her pretty easily. It wasn't hard for him to persuade her because he's more of a brute than a normal person. So she's like, you're interesting.
Fair. So if it was like an everyday comment, it would be kind of hard. What about, so they have to be interesting is the main thing. Not really brutish, but just interesting.
Yeah.
Then.
It's one of the thing of like, also the way he talked, like his approach was very direct. He just asked. He's very blunt. And she was like, okay.
That's fair. That is fair, yeah.
If you're cagey about it, she finds you annoying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What about the last one?
Flood will, he'll wait on Laura.
Fair enough.
So I'll go ahead and roll everyone's performance. Oh boy, Laura, with your +5. Yeah, okay, but because these are actual like these are more unique NPCs.
Yeah.
Than just your common like Khajiit copy pasta.
Yeah. You have to roll like properly.
They'll have a slightly harder time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have to actually roll well or they're screwed. Okay.
Fair.
So roll. Okay, so she will succeed against Ralmus. Not by much, but she beats the DC.
Just fucking beats him up inside the like room. It's like, yeah, it's a way to de-stress. She's just pummeling him.
God, yeah, no. Alora was having to roll for Ralmus. She succeeds.
Whoa.
Mia, your fucking performance with your +2. Oh
Mia,
boy.
Mia, why do I have better performance than you? Mia, you're the one with experience, and yet I'm the one with the +8.
Because her charisma is terrible. And she doesn't have she doesn't have proficiency in performance. So she only has a +2 in charisma.
God,
I'm gonna give her. She has half proficiency.
Yeah.
She has a half proficiency.
Okay.
She gets a +3. She gets a +3. She doesn't do it a lot. It's one of those things. Is why it's like she's done it a couple times, not very often.
Fair. I guess if we ever get like a woman patron Katsu on the menu, with maybe he can eventually get proficiency, but also like that. I don't know if that's something he'd want.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, Mia. Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so after about 30 minutes, Ralmus comes out with Alora, which Alora's rating doesn't change.
Yeah.
She got a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Just because it's one of those weird things, like either you fail horribly with him, or you're fine.
Pog.
That's the only two ways that goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, however, she does get this is more, it's not because she didn't get a crit for this, it's just because he's got money, so he's not too worried about it.
Fair.
So money doesn't really mean much to him. So they would get I think it's this. Yeah, so Alora would make 11 gold from him, and Katsu would get 7.
Whoa.
She tossed 7 gold into the barrel.
Whoa. I love how that's the thing. It's like, so is it gonna be like a way like they go around and collect? It's like, no, they just throw it in the barrel.
There's no fucking collection. They just toss the shit in the barrel. You know, with the fucking tiefling. God, do you even know? She's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, there's no shot that'll be a problem.
And then he would get 4 gold from Enola.
Whoa.
Enola gets 10 gold.
You gotta love it, man.
When you're dealing with people who have money, they'll give extra. All of these people have plenty of money. They're fine. They're not worried about it.
That's true. That is fair. I remember when I had a fucking rich, like, kitsune. That I did. Money was not a... Okay, money was still kind of a problem. But, like, that's because I was having to spend on fucking expensive as hell, like, buildings and things.
Yeah. But it's that weird thing of, like, if you run into someone like this who's just trying to get by, because that's how they kind of view it right now, because your business is not booming. You're just kind of trying to get by.
Yeah.
So they're like, you need money more than me. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mia also didn't really have a charge window.
Yeah.
So she just kind of told the lizard folk, pay what you think it's worth.
Fair enough.
And with her fucking crit.
Bruh.
Oh god, Mia makes money and she's keeping all of it.
Fair.
So, minus 0.4, he gets 4%.
4%. No, not 40%. No. 4%. It's like, so you get
4%.
So you get 3.6 pieces of gold. It's like, wait, what do you mean 0.6? She snaps one of them. It's like, wait, no, you destroyed the value of that.
So yeah, he would see when Mia comes out with a Boonim.
Mm-hmm.
She would toss 12 gold into the barrel.
Okay. Mia, you sure you want to be a bouncer buddy or like?
It's one of those weird things of she got a very generous. It's that weird thing of she got a monk lizard folk. Lizard folks and monks do not care about me. It has no value to them.
Yeah.
So he's just like, okay, here you go. I don't need it. So yeah, so she made 19 gold.
Hog.
Finally is Blood, which went Alora. Okay. It was that weird thing of like, out of all of them, the Triton was the most difficult, but the Water Genasi was the second most difficult.
Yeah.
She will not succeed his DC by a lot. She'll like be like 1, so he won't be all too pissed. It's fair.
Fair.
They can't do everything perfectly. But he's not gonna harp on her too much.
Fair.
So he
He.
fuck. So yeah, he would. So Alora would toss 4 gold into the barrel. And she would make 8.
Whoa.
Of that. But yeah, also Ramses would also let you know that if you're ever in the area around White Ridge,
Yeah.
there's a shot they'll run into each other. He's currently there making an inland trip because he needs to get something.
Fair.
But usually they're around White Ridge. They have a ship. They exist over there. So yeah, if you ever want to go see them, that's where they're at.
Fair enough. I will keep an eye out for them.
Yes, but they were a pretty neutral encounter because it really went about how you handled talking to them.
You know, fair. That is fair.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they were. That was like a. There's a weird bit of that was like a neutral bad encounter because it's a bunch of pirates.
Yeah.
It's almost like talk well, bud, and you're like 28. It's like, okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine, and they'll participate in the business.
Works out.
Yep, but Alora will also gain a little bit of experience. Not a
Woo.
ton, but some.
Yeah.
Cutting everything, just like cutting everything every few seconds.
It's like you breathed wrong. I cut it out. It's like, wait. What dictates that?
No. I don't like how you breathed.
Yeah, that one breath, it was just a little too loud, you know. I'm gonna cut that bit out. I was like, wait, why? Why does that matter?
So, yeah, they would leave the next morning.
Yeah, I leave the next morning.
Also, did Katsu get back in the barrel?
Do I get back? I do get back in the barrel.
Okay, Dex check.
Next check. Well, actually, I gotta get it. I gotta pick it up first, don't I? Cause don't I need to like? Isn't it still on side? No, fuck
So-
it. I'll just go into it on its side. I'm not gonna pick it up. I just...
No, so here's what happened.
What?
The barrel is still on the side of the carriage. He just flung himself out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, then yeah, I'll try and get back in. And with my natural 6 plus 4, with my 10 to get in.
Yeah, so he's going in head first
No!
with confidence.
No! Stealth check. God, why is the stealth check the good bit? 15 plus 6. 21.
Yeah, no, so he like curls his tail above him.
Great.
So he's like, I am invisible. I am the Steph.
Great. I still gotta get out of it in the morning.
No. Oh, the morning would come.
Okay, great. Here we
Time
go.
to get out of the barrel, asshole.
With my 11. My dirty 11.
Don't move. You don't move.
He's not gonna contemplate, he's just gonna go for it again. Another 11.
He doesn't move.
He's not gonna contemplate, he's just gonna go for it again. With his 9.
He's more stuck now.
He's not gonna bother with his dirty 20.
He barely gets out.
Great. You gotta like slowly untangle himself
it
and
is
all
like-
that. Yeah.
It is like a solid minute of him, like, there's like a minute of him fighting, like, his own limbs.
Yeah.
And then there's like 3 minutes of like, with that dirty 20, you managed to get out.
God.
The DC was 19.
Ugh. Fair enough. But also pain.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's so funny.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, so that's 2 days out of Matlock.
Yeah. Great. 2 days. Great. Awesome.
I think.
A
Yeah.
whole.
They spent a day, they got attacked by bandits. That night, after the bandit attack, I think is when they met these guys.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see how the next day goes. Alright, next day goes by just fine. They would get to, there'd be a little bit idle chatter between Henrik and Mia. What are they talking about?
I eavesdrop.
Okay, that's for that event. That's for that event. Okay, yeah, Katsu would. Alright, great. So Katsu eavesdrops about Henrik bringing up how Katsu tripped on Mia's porch.
He's just like listening and he just lightly mumbles, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Thanks for spelling.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do that. You remember history check. With natural 5, he does not remember. He's like,
Okay,
I didn't
so
do that, liar.
Confidence. Fucking confidence.
It's just like he's just holding the reins and it's just that light mumbling of I didn't fucking do that. You do liar.
Mia, history check. Natural 19, she remembers.
What the hell?
Does she tell him? She tells him in excruciating detail how he tripped on a board that was sticking up.
God, he like slowly flatten his ears the further she goes into it. It's like, I know. I didn't want to remember this.
His ears go back as he slowly remembers how he tripped.
God, just like the full undress. He probably like had a different dress at some point he used to wear. He just got like torn to shreds because of it. Like it just got like stuck on the end bit. Like, thanks for reminding me.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. God. Also, I need to roll for something for Enila and... Okay, yes. So, Enila and... Also, you get to see,
What do I get to see? You're just like, I'm gonna roll for Enola, and yeah. So you get to
there
see.
we go. Yeah. So I was updating something. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So essentially, Enola and Alora are upping their prices a little bit.
Fair. That is fair.
Also, Mia's price is random as hell.
Yeah. It's like me, it's like 13 platinum, bitch.
you check the NPC's podcast.
You're cutting out.
You can see what her shit is.
You cut out.
I knew I didn't.
You did.
No, I did.
You did. I have footage to prove.
No, you don't. I would love. God, I'm gonna tell you after, but this would be fucking funny.
I'm leaving it in.
I know. I want to mention, if you go to the Nits podcast NPC thing,
Yeah.
you can see what Mia's charges.
Oh boy.
When I say it's random, it is fucking random.
So do you mean like on the D&D Beyond, or like, oh god, why don't you have this in dark mode? Why isn't it? Why are you like this? Why is there no dark mode on this sheet?
Oh no, I meant in the fucking server where I have all your NPCs posted.
Okay, I'm closing Mia's sheet. That's bright. So why have you not put it on dark mode, man?
Because I don't care.
God, your eyes.
It doesn't bother me.
Why? Alright, so Inla charging 12, Alora with 14, and then Mia with a 60-12 of gold. So you just roll a 60-12.
To see how much she charges that day.
Yup.
Some days she's real cheap, other days she's really not.
I'm just waiting for the day where they end up calling, where Roderick gets a price.
Uh-huh. He's not going to...
It's like, so what's the price? What do you have on you? What do you mean? What do you have on you? Well, I have a great sword. Give it to me. Okay, what else do you have? It's like, wait, this is highway robbery. It's a fair trade. My pride for your obsessions.
Humping you. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Ronrix is probably just gonna be a D100.
Fair.
You just roll a D100 and see what you get.
Fair. Okay.
But it's like a minimum of 50. It's just the most, like, a minimum of 50.
Oh, fair. Okay, so back on track though, cause yeah.
Yeah. But they've gotten some good little bit of encounters. They got some experience. They're doing well.
Yeah, and that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for watching. No.
I think we still got time. But anyways,
no, we got time. Yeah, we do.
Also, they would also be able to remember that tomorrow it should be the day they run into that one person.
Yes. Yeah.
But let me grab this. So as you guys are going, does anything happen?
I haven't.
Before you guys get there.
Alright,
so a random man materializes in front of the carriage, and Katsu does not see them in time before running them over.
Okay, great. So I loot the corpse.
Alright, yeah. You get -1 copper. This man had anti-copper.
What the hell? I'm taking his clothes and I'm selling it.
They're worth anti-copper.
God. Roderick, you can make fucking human soup. You're welcome. You don't have to hunt for the next day. It's like how fucked would that be? Because like technically we have 2 half humans.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of fucked.
Yes. Technically a half fairy too.
Yeah, yeah. So you really have to look at the three of them and be like, so, how do you feel about eating human?
Ronrock's like, I have no problem with it. They're stupid. It's like, everyone else, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's like, the two furry people are fine with it. The half, like, lightning Genasi, half human, who is cursed to be a lightning Genasi, standing there like, I might just kill you.
I am completely capable of killing both of you. It's the most just like... But yeah, as they would keep going, they would eventually see a shadow like rush, like go overhead.
Mm-hmm.
They would see like then they would see a woman land on the carriage.
Okay.
And she would like kind of tuck in her wings as she lands.
Okay.
As you would see this lady, just standing there.
All right. Oh, okay. So this is most definitely, in fact, most likely a succubus. We're looking at chat, and I want to make the chat.
Chat again.
Yeah. Listen, viewers. I want to make this as clear as possible. So I'm gonna try and paint this to the best of my description of what the hell I'm looking at. So we're looking at a lady who has like long black hair, like that like goes basically down to her hips. We're looking at like translucent wings, like you can see through the main bit of the wing, except at the very end where there's like a like charcoal grayish like bone bit with like bone spikes coming out. The rest of that wing is like a purplish grayish. We're looking at like a black choker, like very thick black horns like on the head that like go forward. They're kind of spiked, but it's like one giant spike and then a few like small spikes that kind of branch out with like blue linings that kind of go through. We're looking at like this person probably using necrotic magic because they've got like purple orbs and stuff kind of going around them in the picture. That's my guess though. That's my hunch. We're looking at like gold, like orangish, reddish eyes, thin black eyebrows, and I can't stress this enough. Giant Gahongaloos.
She is barely clothed.
Yeah, barely clothed. It is that thing of like you might as well just be. It's basically bikini type of clothing. Think of like that. I can't stress that enough. You let your vivid imagination go wild with that. It's like just black, like just covering barely the chest type of deal. You've got like sleeveless sleeves. The very beginning bit of them that starts off like at the like almost covering the majority of the arm, but there's a little bit of like the like shoulder ball area that shows. Have like a like golden plated bit that like spikes upwards, and then like black like gauntlet bracers basically that go all the way up to the like wrist, and then a bit of it like goes onto the hand like around the palm and up to the middle finger and stops there, but doesn't go to the other fingers. We've got very curvy body, by the way. Think of like hourglass, like the stereotypical like hourglass. Pretty white. Again, barely any clothes for, like, there's no pants, there's just, like, the thong. Yeah, the, like, the bikini thong type of deal. That's the best way I can put this. You use your imagination. You've got, like, very long black leggings that go
shouldn't need
up.
to be told.
Yeah. You, like, yeah, it is a podcast. Get used to it. We've got, like black leggings that go up to, like, the thigh, like, halfway up the thigh, with, like, two, like, pink lines that go down the majority of like down the straight middle bit with like little diamonds around like little diamond shape that's also pink on the knee area. High heels. But they're kind of shaped, but they kind of have like little toe bit things that kind of looks like a dragon. It's like a dragon succubus the more I'm looking at this, because the tail is very much dragon-esque but with spikes.
Oh no,
like bony black like spikes. She's got some weird like thing that's like hanging off like a portion of like her pants bit that like it's the thing like you can easily see the majority of her legs that isn't covered by the thigh area, but there's like a bit that covers the side, the back of her and like a bit of the side of her legs. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what we're looking at. She said that she just flew straight down, landing in front of the carriage.
She landed on top of the carriage, so she's essentially in front of Ronrick and behind Hazir, who
Okay.
has turned around at speed.
Okay.
It's that thing of he flipped around like, who's behind me?
Fair. Who's driving today?
Mia.
Alright, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so Katsu would just turn, buddy, Dex check not to fall off while you're trying to turn around. Because that is
Oh,
an
boy.
extra, that is because you're going to be turning around fast. Okay, now we're good, 16 plus 4. Yeah, so Katsu would just kind of turn around and go, oh, you're here.
Hi.
I didn't expect an entrance like that. Hello, welcome. Name's Katsu, glad to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Happy to be here.
Yavinna told me you were coming. What's your name, though?
You would find out you were dealing with an aberrant dragonborn.
Ah, that looked like a succubus. That was my first thought. So her name is Emrak. Oh god, dude, why even this name is a pain for me. Yeah, Emrak Nisolaris. Nisolaris.
Her last name isn't. Yeah, she introduces herself and Katsu's like, I'm never using your last name once.
And she's like, yeah, it's Emrak Nisolaris. He's like, Emrak Nisolaris. It's like, I tried, buddy.
Emra.
Yeah, Emra. We're gonna call you Emra. Great.
Yes. But yeah, she would also talk. She was like, where do you keep? She's like, oh, there's a barrel of money.
Yeah.
She just she looks down at the barrel of money.
So yes, I make sure it's well protected. So during the nights, I sleep in it to keep it protected.
You see her pull out a tiny pouch, like out of the half cloak she's wearing that covers the back of her ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would see that it's essentially it works like a satchel.
Okay.
Essentially. So it serves a purpose because she's like,
Yeah.
I just need storage.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I should mention something really fast because you said from viewers, we said very clearly this was an aberrant dragonborn, but we also said that this person's mainly white. They look very much human-esque. They just have the body and the face is very much human. They just have the dragon wings and horns and tail and they still have the human feet, but their high heels are designed to look like dragonborn feet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the majority of her feet is shown except for where the toes start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That should be mentioned.
yes, it is important.
Yes. I can never have this person in a thumbnail, but that's besides the point.
No.
YouTube
That is how
will
you
shoot
get
me.
banned.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
For those who don't know, Acrid,
But-
well, he is the co-host. I'm the one who runs this entire fucking thing. He just DMs.
Yes, because you refuse to let me do anything.
I mean, you can if you want. I just don't. You don't know how to edit, and you don't know how to make thumbnails. So.
No, I don't. Because I'm not worried about it.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah, you would then see her pull out a tiny little pouch out of her little bag of holding,
Yes.
tip it over the barrel, and you would just see gold get poured into the barrel.
Okay.
As she puts in 1,500 gold.
Damn. We now went from 250 to 1,750.
Yeah, she would also essentially give Katsu her, it's essentially her resume.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I guess you should know this information.
Yeah.
She would let you know that she is a very exotic person,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But her main thing is that she is also probably going to be one of the most expensive people that he's got. Because she charges 30 gold at start.
You know, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's the person that's gonna make me bank, and I'll support her all the way. Yeah, someone you need me to kill, I'll kill them for you. I will. I'd kill for this lady. I'd kill for her. Then again, I'd kill for the majority of my crew. Yeah, piss them off. I dare you. I'll kill you.
Yes, she is also a sorceress.
I knew it.
Yes. But you would also find out that her little sorcery class that she is, she is an Aether bloodline.
Okay. We love.
So she's got a. So she is resistant to psychic and force damage.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Yeah, she exists.
Well,
she is happy to be here.
Hell yeah. We vibe.
Yeah, she will. But also, she would also tell Katsu a pretty interesting thing. She's like, so any money I make, I'm gonna be just giving to you.
Oh, okay.
But
yes,
this is one of those things like this is the deal she made with Yavinna type thing.
Okay.
Yavinna made a deal with her.
Okay.
So she's not one. She doesn't really care much about money.
Yeah.
But she likes getting random knickknacks and random stuff.
Fair.
So essentially the deal that she made Yavinna, which is now kind of falling on him. Okay. Without his real, and she's letting him know this.
Great.
So, yeah. So essentially, every time they go into a town, he's gonna need to probably
get her
for her. So get her something so she sticks around.
Fair enough. I will do that.
That's kind of the deal that she made with the event. She's like, I don't really want money. I want stuff.
I get that. That's fair. He just kind of nodded his head, like just like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. It can't be bad. Yeah.
So, but essentially, what is gonna happen is that he gets all of her money, but he has to spend some money and buy her things.
Gotcha.
That's kind of the little caveat. So yes, she makes 30 gold a person, and that's 30 gold Katsu gets.
Yeah.
But he might need to spend like 100 gold on something for her.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's a bit of give and take, but she also has a very good pull. She'll be able to pull a lot of people.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I imagine like the more exotic the person, that's such a weird thing to say, but like the more exotic of like a person, like the more rare, I guess, of a race, things like that kind of like adds into place. Like getting like a half a fruity, right? It's the thing of like the more like hard it is to find a person like that, the easier it's going to be for them to get customers, I'd imagine. Because like a half tabaxi is like, half tabaxi is kind of common. Yeah, they're not uncommon. So like it's you probably won't be paying much to get a person like that. Like they'll probably get decent traction because a lot of people will easily go to something that's like half human just because humans are pretty versatile in an industry like this. But they're not gonna make as much money. Whereas like something like an average Dragonborn, I'd imagine not only would make way more money, but would also just have a naturally way more of a pull just because it's like, oh, that's a unique person type of deal.
Also, it pulls to a like different caveat that you haven't really been able to pull, which was people like Bunim, the Dragonborn, or not the Dragonborn, the Lizard folk. There hasn't been anyone for the Lizard folks. That's why he just kind of went with the most, which the ones that he found the most interesting, which was unironically Mia, because she looked the most capable for fighting. So he was like, "I like you. You're interesting."
That's fair. I mean, honestly,
but if Imra had been there, he would have 100% gone for her.
That is, yeah.
Because
I do
Dragonborn.
Yeah. I get that. It makes
sense.
Yeah. So next person we need to keep an eye out for.
So if you guys randomly decide.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Slammy boy.
Also, I need to roll to see if another person is found. Okay. Yeah. So they've heard. They'll hear words soon. Wonderful.
Fair. Also,
that's the thing that's happening.
We should maybe wrap up here because your internet is going a bleh and a blur and a blah, 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 blah. Currently, as of now. Like, the exact words, by the way. Yeah.
That is where we'll end off. Also, you would find out that with her magic, the 2 spells she's got right now, adding Furious Fist and Witch's Bolt.
God, I wonder how she uses that. Adding spheres. I wonder. Fucking.
She kicks you.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's that thing of like I'm looking at the picture. She doesn't have a lot of like upper body strength by the looks of it, but she definitely has a lot of like lower body strength.
Yeah,
because that's definitely muscle. Like I should point this out to the like the viewers, but like it's like she has very thin arms, but her like core, like the core like torso bit, she has abs, and the legs are very much yeah. Her legs are very much muscle.
It's the thing like she's got dexterity.
Yeah,
she's got strong dexterity.
Yeah. It's all the muscle is in her legs, just like me. But tune in next time, and you'll get to see us fucking fight God himself.
I mean, if you want.
Sure, come at me, Archon, God of Lightning. I won't die. I don't know what you mean. Alright, viewers, tune in next time to see what happens in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Y'all have a great night, and I'll catch you. I'll see. I won't be able to see you. I'll hear you. No, I won't hear you. Go fuck yourself. Bye.
You'll hear us.